Entire screen. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. Doctor Who. Cool. So, this is Whispir. Whispir is software as a service. Yeah, I mean, how far back do you want me to take it? Do you want me to take it to the most basic level, or do you want me to just talk about the platform? Here we go.
Yeah, let's start.
So do you know terms like software as a service? What we mean when we say that?
No.
Right, so software as a service means it's a license that you pay for per user.
Mm-hmm.
So if you sign up for Photoshop, they give you a key, which is a username and password, and you log in via the website. Exactly the same as Whispir, right? So you sign up somehow by the sales guys via the website. They give you a username and password. You enter it into the web page, and away you go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's it. When you stop paying, we turn it off. That's it. Effectively, that's it. It's more complicated than that, but for that, we'll just keep it at that. Right, then you pay for different modules such as voice module or event studio module. There's lots of different modules that you can add on top of that, which is X amount of dollars per month. So everything is a per month platform usage.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so today I'll probably just focus on the platform and what I can do with the platform, and we'll start from there. So I just logged in. So just username and password, and then you get to this screen here. So what you see now is the main screen of Whispir. So this is what you get. So usually you will have what's called a sandbox over here, and that's called a workspace, right? So this is different workspaces for different uses. So in this case, I've got an Astus sandbox. I've got a few customer accounts that build demonstrations. You can see here how many workspaces there are. So for instance, if you were to sell this to a company that want to use Whispir, they can segregate their workspaces into HR. They're going to have another workspace for operations, another workspace for IT. In that workspace, you can have users allocated to that workspace. So I have my HR team allocated to the HR workspace. They can't see what operations are doing or IT is doing, and they can't interfere with all their messages. You don't want HR sending out IT notifications or IT messing around with the HR workspace. So it's just a way to segregate your areas. Okay. So if I hover over the workspace, this is the main screen. So you can see there's a whole bunch of options you can do here. You can send new messages. You can access Rich Message Studio. Now, depending on the software package or the permissions, you have different options here. So I've got the full admin. So you can see here, I've got the admin cog here, but other people might only have just a new message button or just the Rich Message Studio button. So it depends on what permissions they have or what package they have for license. Okay. You can do things such as store contacts within the platform. So we'll do that. So we'll just add some contacts. So you go, this is I'm adding a new contact in the platform. So if I want to send yourself a message, I do it via this way, or I can do it ad hoc. I can type in your phone number or your email address, and I can send you information that way. Okay. So if I enter your name, did I spell it right?
Yeah.
And your surname?
It's P-U-P-A-C-H.
A-T-H?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Now, just so you know, I can't send an email to your Whispir address because you're new and some IT magic in the background, you can't.
Because Gmail's not hooked up to the
I'm
exchange.
just going to call it black magic. So once upon a time, I don't know, a witch died over there at that end of the room, and magic happened, and you can't send messages from Whispir to your Whispir email account. Okay, so do you have another email account I can send to?
Yeah.
Do you have like a Gmail or something?
Yeah, P. Dot.
P. Dot.
Rigobert. Gmail.
Cool, thank you. And finally, your mobile number?
It's 40-106 00.
It's 106, yeah?
Yeah, 0033.
Nice and easy. Cool. So you can see in here we've got a lot of information. So if we were to create this for a customer, they might have things such as job title, organization, you might have team name and role. You'll see why this is important later on. So I'll put in here marketing, and I'll show you why this is important later on.
Yeah.
Okay. Lots of information you can put in here. You can even customize it. So this is a custom field here. You can have a PIN number. You can have like employee ID or I don't know, favorite color, whatever you want, right? It's up to the customers to customize this. And then at the bottom, how you wish to be notified. So your email address, your preferred email address is here. If you were to have like 2 or 3 email addresses, you can choose 2 or 3 email addresses. So you can have lots of information in here. You can choose how you want your voice calls. You might have a landline that you want to receive voice calls on, but you want to receive SMSs on your mobile, right? You can do that. Cool. So I'll just add your details in here. So Neil.
Johnson.
Oops. John.
Okay.
No T. Johnson. Right. So do you have a Gmail account?
I do. I'll give you my Yahoo one.
Yeah, whatever.
Nezza.
Nezza.
Johnson at yahoo.com.au.
So the only reason I'm asking you to do this is because if you are doing testing and you don't want to test email, you would have to use
Outside of Whispir.
Yeah. So I have a fake Whispir account. It's like Whispir01@gmail that I send myself emails to all the time. In your mobile number?
416
Yep.
8533 45.
And up here, I'm going to enter in enable. So there you go, contact list. So if I look at my contact list, it's literally just like a address book. I can see how many people I have in here. So I have 40. There you go. So I'm searching by first name only for some reason. God. There you go. So you can see there's lots of information, a lot of people in here, just as it is, right? So I could search by your first name. So I'll put Rigo. There's anyone Rigo. Okay. I search for Neil. Anyone Neil? I search for a single letter. Again, I get a single letter. I can also use P name. So if I search for, what did I put? Was it department? I think it was department. I put E. No. What did I fill in? I can't remember.
Was it division? No. Business unit.
Business unit, okay. E.
Right.
Okay.
Team name. That was it.
Team name, right.
Yeah.
So I search for E. Enable. Then you can see it'll search for the character E, right? So if I search for, all right. So again, it's address book. It's pretty simple to use. It's common across multiple different softwares. It's nothing special other than that. What we can do that's a little bit better than that is distribution lists. So what that is a list of people that I want to segregate, right, and give them a name. So I can create one for marketing team. I can create one for enablement. I can create one for the entire Whispir. So I've got a whole bunch of distribution lists in here. I can name them whatever I want. I can also, let's create a new one. Okay, this is taking a little bit long. That's okay. We're going to use demo family. Okay, here we go. Test distribution list. Let's use this. So you can see here, I can change the name from test distribution list to this one right here, right? I can add people to that list, and now instead of trying to find all these people, I can send it to the list instead of just manually adding them. Or I could create what's called a dynamic distribution list. So I could search contacts, I could add other distribution lists in here. So I could have a parent distribution list called Whispir, and I can have multiple distribution lists under that. I can have marketing, enablement, sales, operations, however, right? And then if I send a message to Whispir, it'll send all to Whispir. If I send it to Whispir Marketing, it'll just send to Whispir Marketing, okay? I can also create what's called a dynamic distribution list. I can create a rule based on the content of the person's contact, right? So if I put in team name, and I search for enablement, automatically Neil will get added to enablement, right? So I could create these distribution lists with searching for keywords for team name enablement. So anytime a contact is added to Whispir with team name enablement, they'll automatically get subscribed to the distribution list. So if Neil changes his role from enablement to marketing, he'll just change his contact details from team name to marketing. He'll unsubscribe from this list and be subscribed to the marketing, okay? So it's just another way to do it, right? Okay, so let's just do static. I'll add myself and Neil and cool. Let's save that. So there you go. I've just created the Whispir Mania distribution list with 3 people in there, us 3, and there you go. All right. Cool. So boring stuff over and done with. Let's send some messages. Again, hover over my workspace, just hit new message. There you go. So new message screen, pretty simple. Everyone sent an email before. You'll know what it looks like. To address, choose your template if you've created one, whole bunch of stuff that I'm not going to go through, and then your email, your channels, right? So you have your mobile channel, which is an SMS, email channel, voice, we can do voice calls. I'll go through that. Rich message, we can also push to social media. So this is short and long. Short meaning Twitter, long Facebook. And custom, we can push out to like RSS feeds or other integrations. Are there any questions up until now?
If I put it in mobile, can I do it, send it, does it make sense I send it through email, voice, web, social media?
If you put a mobile number in there?
No, if I want to do it in all of them, is there an option?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to do that. So
okay.
I will just put in here, we'll put in, hello, this is an SMS. And in here, I can put in, hello, this is an email. Cool. This is a voice call. Okay. And you just keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, so at the same time. So.
And then you have just one button.
Yeah, and then you just press send and you're really going to annoy people because they're going to get bombarded with everything at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do that. We're going to really annoy everyone. So I'll just send it to the distribution list that I've created. So Whispir Mania. So you can see I just added the list, but again, I'm seeing this list for the first time. How do I know who's in it? You get the little plus there. I can expand that. I can see all 3 of us. Now, if I don't want to talk to Anastas, I turn that, untick that, leave it on. I can also enter information here. Oh, well, yeah, there you go. I got it wrong. So I need a few more digits. And there you go. I can send this ad hoc, right?
Mhm.
I'm not going to do that because I don't know who that is, right? There you go. Subject, testing. So I'm not going to do the voice call now, but I'm going to send an email. So we're going to send out an SMS and an email at the same time, right? Nice and easy. So you'll get an SMS. Hello, this is an SMS. And you get an email saying, hello, this is an email. So you can read that and please respond to it if you want.
So it is possible that in the contact says, I don't want to get
So
email, or I only want to get email or whatever.
So it does depend on the contact. So if Neil, you didn't have an email address in there, or you chose preferred contact, you only had SMS ticked and email was unticked, you wouldn't get an email.
Yeah.
Right? Cool. So there we go. We can hit status. So this is very important. I forgot to mention this screen here, messages, and I click shared view, are all your messages coming in and out of your workspace. Okay. So once again, messages, these are all your messages coming in and out. So I haven't used this account in a long time, but if I could filter back, let's say to May to now, and I hit search, I've got a lot of messages sent and received from this workspace, right? So you can report on all your history of messaging and everything, right? So I could see that today I sent out a message. I can see that Rajiv sent out one on the 17th of August, Christian, etc., etc. So that's from. I can see the date, obviously, and I can see the subject. So that's testing, the one that we just sent out now. I can expand the replies. It says, hi, Anastas, from Neil. I can see it says it works from my email address, and I said thanks from my SMS as well. If I hit status, I can see the sent and received. So if I was a marketing company, I did 500,000 SMSs and emails, I'll be able to see the statistics here. I could see how many were sent, how many were received, how many were acknowledged. So the people that have acknowledged are the people that have responded to the SMS. Okay, so I could see here that 3 people received the SMS and 1 person hasn't responded. Okay, if I hit view details status report, I can see those people who have received it but have not responded. So I can see here that Rigobert hasn't responded. So I have all the information. I can see here what time it was sent.
I have responded.
Did you?
I said hi.
Oh, maybe I need to refresh. Let's have a look.
I said hello.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Right.
Can you see emails
So we haven't received it here. So you can see emails?
that have bounced, email addresses that have bounced, or phone numbers that have bounced?
Yes. So if I entered some garbage as a phone number and it will say undeliverable.
Okay.
So it would try a number of times, or just say, you know what, I'm giving up.
Yep.
That's it. So I can see here the time sent from the platform to the carrier. So this is important. So we send to the carrier like Telstra, Optus, Vodafone, and then it's up to the carrier to send that message to the handset. So we had a send out from our friends in New Zealand. They were sending out 100, well, I can't remember, 25,000 messages. And the result back was that 800 were undeliverable. They wanted to know why. So we went through and we tracked and traced and did all kind of wonderful things. We found out of those 800, 300 had their phones off, right? So they had their phones off for a greater period than, I think it's a week. That means the carrier tried a number of times and said, you know what, I'm not sending it to you anymore. Clearly your phone's off or lost or whatever it is. I'm not going to try anymore. So it'll just say undeliverable. Another 25 of those had this phone number is not in use. So meaning you had a prepaid.
Yep.
I got sick of that number or whatever it was. I didn't pay my credit and it's gone. It's gone. So Telstra or Vodafone or any of the carriers will have a record of that number. And will say this number's no longer in use. Go away.
So does Whispir keep a blacklist then? Does it store those, or
no?
You could keep trying to send.
You can keep trying, but we again, it's pretty clear if you're doing a send out and you get all these numbers that are undeliverable.
Yeah,
you would know.
Sure.
Right. So there's a difference between undeliverable and or failed. So there's all these different statuses for messages that you can go through. And there's even a step further you can go through and do, I can't remember the website, but there's a certain lookup that you can do. And you get charged like, I don't know, $0.25 per lookup to see if the number is valid and switched on and working. Right? Mm-hmm. So you have lots of different options for number validation. So I think your message did come through. There you go, because I saw. There we go, 6. There we go, hello. So that was interesting. So it's not a perfect system. Sometimes things get lost. So I can see here, there you go. You did respond 7 seconds later for some reason. It just didn't come through, right? So I can also search message responses. I can see. There you go. I can see here, this is the response. I send thanks, but then I changed my response and I wrote definitely. Neil said hi Anastas, and Rigo responded with his email and then responded with his SMS. So we keep track of the responses. So if you get a message to say, are you okay? And Neil responds, no, I'm not okay. And then Whispir has a record of that. But if you change your mind and say, oh wait, yes I am, I'm okay. You respond yes, it'll cross out the no and then update with yes, I'm okay. Right? So we capture all responses. It's not just the latest one. Okay. Cool. So that's sending a message, a very basic message. What we can do now is send something a little bit more complicated. So we'll do a new message again. We select our distribution list. So now in the SMS tab, I'm going to add in something else. So we're going to put in hi. I'll explain what I'm doing. These are called ADAT tags or attributes, right? So I'm including ADAT first name. So what that will do is look at your contact, look for the field first name, and input that in there. So for yourself, let's say, hi Rigobert, hi Neil, hi Anastas. Today's date is ADAT date. So to give you an idea of what tags exist, so that little help icon, button, click on that, will bring you to, I hope I'm recording the right thing.
Looks like it. Green lights are still flashing.
Yeah, I'm just worried that, this one, if I search for ADAT tags, you get a list of all the current ADAT tags in here, right? So you have things such as current date with leading 0, current year, day, month, etc., etc. A lot of different ADAT tags that you can use. Okay. These are the ones standard inbuilt into the system. You can also create custom ones. So I can create custom add tag color, and you could input your favorite color as red. You can have blue. I'll have yellow. And if I put add tag color, it'll input your favorite color. So that's a simple version of it, but it's a lot more complex than that. Today's date is this. Thanks. Right. That's in the SMS. Again, the SMS that you received just came from a random number. Now, if you're a company such as Combank, and you're sending out messages to your customers saying, "Hi, please pay your overdue bill. Here's the link." I'm not going to click on that from a random number. You want that level of trust, right? So you want to send that message, so as Combank does, or any of the banks, from a word instead of a number, so you trust who it's from. You can add what's called a message alias. So you can include the include a word instead of a number. So here you go. These are already pre-populated. So I could have it as, what the hell is Whispir? You gotta love it because it's very helpful in alphabetical order.
Chronological.
Yeah. Now the message is going to come from the word Whispir, right? We can also do what's called a message alert. So I'll explain what this is after I send it. And let's just send it now and we'll have a look. So everyone's got an iPhone? No, no one has an iPhone.
Yeah.
Oh, you have an iPhone? Okay, great. So message alert appears different on different phones. So my go-to example is, if you're sitting on the toilet playing, I don't know what kids play, Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
And there's a crisis. Building's on fire. I need everyone to evacuate. It'll lock your phone, take over your screen and say, "Hey, you've got an important message coming in." Then 15 seconds later, a message will come through. That's a very basic example. We use this for a little bit more complicated reasons. So you can see you can't do anything. You have to hit dismiss. Now, yes, it does work differently on different phones. Android displays it differently. iPhone locks your screen. I think Android, it comes up, but it has an option to save as.
Yeah, save or cancel.
It was weird. Yeah, Android does weird stuff. I mean, it's just the way they handle it.
Yep.
It's phone and operating system agnostic. However, they handle it differently. It works even on old Nokia 3210s. It's called a class 0 message. It's a carrier message. So if you want to get technical, you can get technical. SMS is called class 1, which is the normal everyday SMS. This is a lower level message that can send out to all the carriers. So if you have a look now, the message comes from the word Whispir instead of a random phone number. Now,
So is that alias only on the phone number? It won't apply to, or you can do aliases for emails as
you
well,
can do it,
but that's more complicated to set up.
yeah, I'll show you that later on. But for the purpose of this, it's just that. Now, if you try to respond to that, it won't work, right? Because you're responding to the word, not the number behind your. The way phones work is it will look at that word, it'll convert it into numbers. So the W will be a 9, the H will be a 4, I will be a 4, the S will be a 7. So it'll convert the word into numbers. So that's important to remember because we've had customers in the past have some words such as SA water, and people will try to respond to that. And by coincidence, that phone number was a valid phone number to some guy in, I don't know, Sweden or something.
Oh no.
Yeah. So they were sending out 10,000 messages to all their customers, and people were responding to those messages. And someone in, I don't know where, was getting really annoyed because they were getting bombarded with random messages. So it's not a valid number unless it just happens to be a valid number. So you notice that you can't respond to that. Now, that's where rich messages come in, right? the way we get around that is to add a link to the SMS that will take them to the rich message. Now, you've probably all seen rich messages. You've seen all your introduction messages. You've probably seen the marketing messages. A rich message is a HTML web form that you create within the platform, right? So we'll just go through that now. So any questions up until now?
And
do you have
this
questions?
dismiss message, that's gone.
That's gone.
That's
Yeah.
gone. That's nowhere.
No, it's gone. Once you dismiss it, it's gone.
How's this called again? The
Message alert.
message alert.
Yeah. So there's lots of different names from message alert, flash message, class 0 message, but our marketing term is message alert.
Okay.
It's a really popular feature. So we often send that, especially for our crisis management customers. They love that because in a crisis, you want people to pay attention, and it really gets people's attention. Any other questions before I move on to rich messaging? Cool. I'll get on to Rich Message Studio now. So all I did was, again, workspace, click on the Rich Message Studio. Trust me, Whispir is better than this. It's because we're using Metro City. And if I knew my Metro City password, I mean my events password, it'd be a lot better. It's just really slow sometimes. Cool. I kind of skipped a step. All I did was hit new rich template, because Rich Message Studio will open up your page with all your rich messages that are already in there, and you have to hit new rich template anyway. Okay. So all I've shown you up until now was creating ad hoc messages. So you don't want to be that guy that's always typing out the same message over and over again for your customers. You can save messages as a template. So that message I sent out said, "Hi, add first name, today's date is blah." You can save that as a template, and you can bring it up anytime you want. So we have that feature within Whispir. I haven't shown you, but it's there. Cool. So this is what's called Rich Message Studio, or RMS, or a rich message template. This is where we create rich messages. So you can see there's a bit of a double up in the way we create messages. There's the old new message screen, and now there's the new rich template. So this view is different. This is a drag and drop interface, and you can see there's only a few channels in here. There's mobile, email, web, and voice is missing. So voice will be introduced a little bit later on. It's a drag and drop interface. So I'm in the mobile channel, and it says drop block here, right? These are all your components down the right-hand side. So you can see here, because we're in the mobile channel, the only thing I can add is plain text. So if I drag that and put it here, and try again, that's it. You got a plain text. I can edit this. I can put in I'll talk about what I'm doing. I'm adding this line called add at web link. So what that does is create a unique URL per message. So your URL will be unique to Neil's, my URL will be unique to everyone. So it creates that level of personalization. So when you respond to that rich message, it's your message, and everyone gets a unique individual message, right? So what that does, so that add at web link will redirect people to the web screen, which is where we create the rich message, okay? So in here, we got a lot more options. So you can see here, we got a lot more components, because in the web, it's like creating a web page. You can have images, you can have videos, you can have things that move and flash and music and everything, right? Anything that you can basically do in a web page, you can do in a rich message. So let's add some stuff. I can drag an image. I can edit that image and I can replace it with
Hello.
hi.
You haven't seen Roshan or Jasper, have you?
No.
Okay. What's up?
We're doing training.
Very good. So you know all the things now?
Yep.
Good.
All over it. I can upload an image or I can choose one from my library. So let's just, do I have any images here? Right, so let's get one. Right, so let's put this on the desktop. And I can upload a file. Cool. You can change the size, 70%. You can add padding to the image. You can change that from make more padding. You can center align. Cool. So I've got a picture of a cat taco. I can add text. Oops.
Awesome, you can choose the font
Yep.
size.
You can choose whatever font you want. You can make it extremely large. You can center it. You can change the color. And you can change the background. This is my lovely design work. Rigobert's probably going there.
Can you change also the background?
You can, yeah.
Ah, okay.
So everything that you can see here is available in the code.
Mm.
So
Oh, yeah.
you can change everything. So you can see it's basic CSS, basic HTML, all here available for customers to use. So there you go. I've added body text. I've added an image. You can add a map. Oops. So you can change the location. So we're in 360 Collins Street. So I can change this to 101 Collins. Oops. Be careful because you might send people to US. Collins Street. You can turn on routing. So it'll ask you for your location. You turn on the location and it will route to that location. So you can send this message to people on their phones, wherever they are. It'll ask them for the location and it'll show how to get to wherever you want them to go.
Awesome.
Okay. You can add things such as plain text. You can add resources, which is just files. You can upload PDFs or something,
Yeah.
anything. You can add videos. So any YouTube video. So
Farewell corporate checkups.
You just hit edit, paste the video in here. There you go. You've added the YouTube video. And you can do things such as spaces to make it look a little bit better, right? So there you go. So all the features that you have in the plain text message and you have via here. So you have the message alerts, you have escalations, you have push notifications. So that's getting a little bit more detailed. So you can do push notifications to your mobile apps, to whatever you have. You can do retries. So if it fails, you're out of signal, you're in a tunnel somewhere, and it fails to send to you, it'll retry after 10 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever it is, right? You can turn on message alias. So let's just turn on the Whispir. So you can do things such as secure sign-on or expiry. So if it's a secure message for your employees only, you can make them sign into Whispir before you can view your rich message. So if you're sending confidential information, you don't want to your wife pick up your phone and go, you need the PIN number or something like that, right? Or message expiry. This is important because every rich message that you send out lasts forever. So I've got rich messages in the platform that I've sent since I started from 1 year ago, right? You can expire them after 1 day, 1 hour, or 1 minute, right? You can also publish. We have publishing capability to our contact portal, which is a portal where people can log in and see stuff. I'll explain that to you later on. And finally, you can turn off delivery reports or delivery receipts. So the problem is that every delivery report that you see, the message that you see that it's acknowledged or received and sends a status back, you have to pay for it. So if you're doing a message of 100,000 people, it's 100,000 times whatever a DLR is, like 0.01%. So it adds up fairly quickly, so you can turn all that off. Cool. So we can save it as a template. Give it a subject, put hello. You can change the picture. I'm not sure if this is going to work. No, that's not going to work, but that's okay. Let's save it, and we're shortly running out of time, so I'll send you your first created rich message. So same thing again, Whispir Mania. Now, instead of creating the message ad hoc, we're going to choose a template. So these are all templates that I've had in the past. So I've got the demo template. Now we can have a look at, oh, I don't think I called it demo. What did I call it? Yep, this one. So you can see here, there's content in the mobile, there's content in the web channel. So you can see before you send it out, right? So let's just send it out. And there you go. You get a rich message from Whispir saying, hello, this is a rich message. You open the link. And there you go. You get cat tacos, 2 for $3 at 101 Collins Street. And you get a video of a cat. If you press play, you get an ad. But there you go. And there you go. Cool. Okay, so that's how to send a rich message. I'll create another training session a little bit later on, but we're just going to go see Diana's one now. Yep. And Arthur's needs the room. Yeah, needs the room. So I'm going to set up one whenever you guys are free. So let me know, and I'll send